Hello beautiful people, welcome to another week of 12 weeks to home ownership. It is Tamara Easily here, and I am going to share this week with you all about one of the things that a lot of new buyers come to me talking about, which is how can I buy a multi-unit family duplex, triplex, fourplex, and this is how it is to be done. First, I want to say, when you are purchasing a home, especially if it's your first home, you have to decide if you want to be a homeowner or if you want to start your real estate portfolio. If you want to start your real estate portfolio, it is a very different path from being a single home ownership homeowner. So let's jump right into it. With 1/3 of most Americans' income going towards your housing expense, you can see why a lot of first-time homeowners want to what we call house hack. House hacking is completely legal, and it's just a way to offset some of your housing income with another stream of income that has to do with your home. For example, you can house hack by just having some bedrooms in your house and you're just simply renting out the other bedrooms to other people, renting out your basement, turning your basement or a part of your home into Airbnb, turning it into a studio to shoot content. There's multiple ways that you're able to do it. Most people want to talk to me first about buying a triplex, duplex, or fourplex. The reason why I can't go into 5 units though is because once you get into 5 units, you get into what is commercial real estate, where a lot of things change. Why is having a multi-unit so exciting and so appealing? It's because you're still able to use an FHA loan, which only requires 3.5%, I should say as little as 3.5% down for your down payment. If you're able to put down just as little as 3.5% and not be considered an investor where you have to put down 10, 20, sometimes 25%, this makes it very appealing. With this, you are also able to count the potential income, a percentage of the potential income for these other units so that you can qualify for more money for a home. For example, if you're approved for $500,000 for a single residence home, if you choose to purchase a fourplex, for example, you may be approved for upwards of $1 million to buy a fourplex unit on the same income. And that's because they're counting that potential rental income, most of the time 75% of that potential income, as part of income to qualify you for that home. So what this does is it allows that income from those other apartments to actually help you pay the mortgage for that home. But get this, you have to decide if you want to be a landlord. Do you want to let the tenants know that you're actually the owner of the property, right? Or do you want to go through a property management system to be removed? There are a couple of things to think about when you think about really wanting to buy a multi-unit property as your first home or second home sometimes. Another thing that you want to consider is you want to consider your numbers. Always know your numbers. Now, as a realtor, can I assist you with the numbers? Absolutely. However, you have to know what numbers work for you. I always suggest, make sure that you're calculating at least 20% of the potential rental income as just expenditures, right? What are those? Those are things that you're putting this money away for things that may come up, things like infrastructure, right? Things like plumbing, maintenance, vacancy percentages. You want to make sure that you're putting some of that money away, at least 20% away for things that will come up in the future, because you don't want to be in a position to where something comes up and you don't have any money to take care of this, because now you're a landlord. You're not only responsible for what happens to the property that you live in, you're now responsible for the property that others live in as well. So if those numbers work well for you, when you are calculating those things and how much money you are spending every single month, then it may be a great opportunity for you. Now also think about the fact that these multi-units are usually in areas that are more inner city than suburb. So you may find a duplex here and there in the suburb, but for the most part, these multi-unit family properties are going to be in the city. So you may find some in Washington, D.C. Those are going to be a higher price point than the ones that you may find in Baltimore, for example, or in Philadelphia. There's some in Chicago as well. So you want to take a look at all those factors. When looking at all these factors, this will allow you to determine your cash flow. And looking at your cash flow will help you determine if this is a good move for you. You may also not know that you can use an FHA 203K loan for the purchase of a multi-unit. You may also not know that you can use an FHA 203K loan for the purchase of a multi-family unit property. This will allow you to make repairs to the property before you move into the property as well, which will also increase the potential rent that you can get for these properties as well. So that's a great opportunity if you're willing to have some patience, work with a designer, work with a contractor to get the things that you want in a property that you're going to live in the unit that you're going to live in, as well as make upgrades to the other units as well. What I want to end by saying is, at the end of the day, you have to determine what's best for you. If you are a first-time homeowner and you just want to purchase a single family, townhome, condo, whatever it is just for you, and you have another friend that is really gung-ho on multi-units, that's perfectly fine. But don't let anyone make you feel bad for starting to build some generational wealth, whether it's through the purchase of a single family unit or whether it's a multi-family unit. So I hope that gave you a bit of information about the process of purchasing a multi-family unit, how it can be advantageous for you, some things to consider as well, looking at the numbers, talking with the lender, making sure that you know what your end game is, right? Are you starting with a 4-unit, then a 3-unit, then a 2-unit refinance to then get your single family? Are you going towards those 10 doors that you want open so that you don't have to pay a monthly mortgage at all? You have these other properties, these assets that are paying for your single family home. So you have to go in with an end game in mind. Let your realtor know, let your team know, so that everybody's on the same page and everybody can work for you. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys got some information. Make sure you send this to somebody who's been looking forward to buying a multi-family unit as well. Make sure you send me a DM, email, text me, call me if you have any other questions, so we can get you on the path to home ownership, whichever route that may be. Hope you have a great day. Bye.